Space is silent, but sometimes that silence brings messages. In 2019, the Atlas system in Hawaii captured something coming from the interstellar depths, a point of light moving too fast towards the sun on a trajectory that didn't belong to any known body. Named 3I Atlas, it was classified as the third interstellar object ever detected by humanity. But as the days passed, something began to seem wrong. Its speed, its brightness, its tail. Nothing followed the natural pattern. And then the questions arose. What if this comet wasn't natural? What if 3I Atlas was in fact an alien probe, and not just any, but a hostile one? From the beginning, 3I Atlas intrigued astronomers. It not only came from outside the solar system, its trajectory indicated a precise route, as if it had a defined destination. The brightness oscillated in strange patterns, and at certain moments, the luminosity seemed to pulse. It wasn't natural scintillation, it was rhythmic. Telescopes detected changes in acceleration that couldn't be explained solely by gases being expelled by solar heat. And that's when the grim hypothesis emerged. 3I Atlas was controlling its own trajectory. Harvard physicist Avi Loeb published a paper that ignited the scientific community. He suggested that 3I Atlas could be a spacecraft of artificial origin, perhaps hostile. The term used in the study was direct, possibly a hostile alien technology. The word hostile shocked the world. But the reasoning behind it was simple. If the object was an autonomous probe, its approach to the sun might not be accidental, but strategic. The sun would be used as an energy source or even as a cover point to mask maneuvers and transmissions. So if that's the case, then 3I Atlas didn't come to observe, it came to evaluate. During its approach, the comet passed through crucial regions of the solar system, areas where human probes, like Voyager and Pioneer, still send weak signals back to Earth. Coincidence or a surveillance route? 3I Atlas crossed precisely regions that harbor ancient traces of terrestrial communication, as if it were analyzing our electromagnetic echoes. Some theorists believe that the object was mapping Earth's technological infrastructure, evaluating our transmissions, our frequencies, and even our observation limits, like a predator analyzing its prey before the attack. Soon after its discovery, space agencies began releasing daily reports on 3I Atlas, but something changed. Suddenly, the updates ceased. The most detailed images were delayed, and some of the Hubble telescope data was never released to the public. Independent sources claim that radio telescopes detected brief pulses of energy, coming precisely from the region where 3I Atlas was located. Pulses with a frequency different from any known natural emission. The official explanation? Instrumental error. But what if it wasn't an error? What if the comet was transmitting? According to this theory, 3I Atlas would be part of a system of automated probes sent by an ancient civilization. Each one would have the mission of entering different star systems, observing the development of emerging civilizations and reporting back to the point of origin. These probes, according to theorists, could function for millions of years, powered by solar energy and hidden under natural disguises, like comets. But 3I Atlas showed something beyond simple scientific curiosity. Its trajectory, calculated after the return of the solar conjunction, suggested a slight deviation towards Earth. Even though minimal, this deviation was enough to fuel a disturbing idea. It wasn't just observing, it was tracking us. In May 2020, 3I Atlas began to fragment. Images showed pieces separating and disappearing into the void. Newspapers announced the comet has disintegrated, but for conspiracy theorists, that wasn't destruction, it was dispersion. The theory states that the nucleus of 3I Atlas split in a controlled manner, releasing small autonomous probes designed to remain hidden in the solar system. Smaller fragments, invisible to telescopes, which could now be in stable orbits, monitoring everything that happens here, from radio emissions to satellite movement, like an invisible cloud of mechanical eyes scattered around the Earth. According to this line of thought, the passage of 3I Atlas was a reconnaissance mission, a kind of field test. The civilization that sent it may have done the same in other systems, collecting data, testing responses, and observing how intelligent species react to the unknown. And if this hypothesis is true, then our solar system is no longer isolated. It has already been visited, scanned, and classified. The most unsettling thing, we don't know by whom. Why would a civilization send our probes being sent to other systems? Curiosity or surveillance? Some theorists suggest the purpose may be strategic, to map resources, analyze atmospheric conditions, and even identify potential future threats. 3I Atlas, then, would not just be a scientific probe, but part of a galactic military network, collecting information about inhabited planets. If this is true, then the comet was the first act of a large-scale observation. An interstellar drone, which has now transmitted what it needed to know and is awaiting instructions. 3I Atlas has already departed, or at least that's what they say. But the universe doesn't return silence by chance. Perhaps what we thought was a simple cosmic rock was in fact a gaze from very far away. A curious gaze, or a calculated one. What if 3I Atlas really was a hostile probe? Then first contact has already happened, and we didn't even realize it. The next time a comet crosses the sky, ask yourself, is it really just a comet, or is it another eye, watching us back? The ancients looked to the stars, seeking gods. Today, we look and seek answers. But perhaps the universe has already found us and is just waiting for the right moment to respond.